What's up, guys? M. Jones back in the house again for another August 14th, 2015 Blu-ray update. Today I'm going to have a pretty abbreviated list of movies I'm going to go over that I've recently purchased. I don't have a lot of movies to talk about today, but that's mainly because the next video you're going to see, someone who asked me on the last video, would you object to maybe showing your whole Blu-ray collection? Well, I have some time today, and I'm going to do that today, but I figured I might as well show what I've purchased in the last 2 weeks. It's not a huge list, but there's some movies to talk about. So, I am going to talk about the movies in alphabetical order, as always. All the movies I've purchased have been through Best Buy and, of course, Amazon. Alright, the first movie I purchased was Dumb and Dumber 2. The actual sequel to Dumb and Dumber from 1994-1995. I was overly excited for this movie to come out because I knew I read something that Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels said that no matter what, if we do this movie, the script better be dynamite, because to do a sequel to the original Dumb and Dumber, that must be an amazing film. Well, I was so excited that they were going to go through with this movie because that was their request. The two actors, they said the script better be amazing, and we have to okay the very final product. And all that happened, all that occurred. So I'm thinking, alright, this has to be outstanding. This movie was awful. I did not like it. I tried so hard to like it. I tried to just separate sanity from insanity and just keep my mind thinking that this movie's probably going to be nuts and insane. I just did not like it. I tried so hard. I think I laughed. I think I laughed like twice. And I'm not a prude to laugh. Like, I will laugh. I laughed like twice. The funniest scene in my mind was when they set Rob Riggle on fire. That was hysterical. And he flew off the second floor motel into the pool. I was dying. I laughed so hard. And my fiance saw this with me 2 months ago, and we both agreed it just wasn't good. But I got it, you know why? Best Buy has a summer deal right now. This movie was $8.99. I was like, alright. Because I'm not going to spend $24.99 or $19 or $29.99. But if it's there for $8.99, you're coming home. Simple as that. So I got this mainly because I love to complete a series. You know, I love completing all different series of movies. So this is my way of completing from the Dumb and Dumber. So I had to get this for that reason. I'm sure I'll probably watch it. I might not even open it. I don't even know. I haven't decided. Although I got it, maybe I'll resell it. Who knows? You know, I know that's taboo. I don't know. But it is what it is. The next one, I was ecstatic to finally see go on Blu-ray, because I remember seeing this with my best friend on his birthday when he was a little kid. I can remember seeing this movie when I was like 8 years old. It was my best friend John's birthday party, and it was to go to the theater to go see this movie and go get pizza afterwards. I still remember that. Insane. But Free Willy. Now, I will tell you this. I got this on Amazon. It was not at Best Buy. It was nowhere to be found. I tried 3 different Best Buys in the area where I live, and I couldn't find it. I could not find it at all. And I'm like, how the hell is this possible? This movie was released, like, I think August 4th, if I have that right. I think August 4th. It was a Tuesday. And I couldn't find it anywhere. So I just had to bite the bullet and go to Amazon, and I had some cashback bonus from my Discover. So I applied it to this. I got this basically for free with my cashback bonus. So one of my favorite movies growing up. You know, I always liked the Michael Jackson song in this movie. It was just so self-indulgent, but it was great. But I just really love this movie, you know, and the fact that I was just on vacation, I was surrounded by like 12 to 15, you know, humpback whales. This is just perfect time to check out this movie again. But you have to get this. You know, I will say, probably get it off of Amazon, because I did not see this anywhere in Best Buy. I looked everywhere. And I even looked at Walmart, and I even looked at Target, one Target, and I did not find it. So, get this on Amazon. It's a cheap deal, but it's a great movie, and it's awesome to add to your Blu-ray collection, especially if you collect it all Disney, like I do. I try to collect as much Disney as possible in Blu-ray. For my kids someday. Okay, the next movie I want to talk about, I never even heard of this movie until about I'd say about a week or so ago. And I got a copy of it from a friend. And I didn't buy it. They gave it to me just to watch and give it back, blah, blah, blah. So I checked out the movie called It Follows. I was kind of like, it might be alright. Like, I don't know any of the actors. I don't know any of it. I have to tell you, this movie is outstanding. one of the more creepier movies I've seen in a long time. You know, I think the last I'll say the last 15 years since probably since Y2K, my favorite scary movies have been The Strangers, You're Next, The Conjuring, Sinister, the first Insidious, and I will say this one is right up there. I mean, my favorite one in the last 15 years has been The Conjuring. I'm going to say this is my second favorite. I thought this was outstanding. Like, I thought it was a great movie. It's not real long. It's about like 90 minutes kind of a thing. 95, 100 minutes, something like that. And the main character here, the girl here that's making out with the dude, that's Jay. And she's probably 19 years old, 20 years old. And if you don't know anything about this movie, I'll be very, very brief. I'm not going to ruin anything for you, I promise. Spoiler free. This movie's about a girl it's like in the late summer and the fall, and she just kind of has what she thinks of as an innocent encounter with a gentleman right here. She's thinking, let's have a little fun sexually. And because of that little situation that she's in, kind of seems like something is going after her or trying to follow her. Hence, it follows. And that's the most important thing. What is it? Could it be a person? Could it be a thing? Who knows? But she has this seemingly, innocent encounter with this boy here. And right after that, just things start to go awry. And her friends are getting hounded and creeped out. And they're all together. And they're not sure what's going after them. But I must say, it was thrilling. It was scary. It was creepy. I don't want to ruin anything for you. Check it out. I really, really liked it when my buddy let me borrow his copy. And I just today went and bought it. And I think it was about $14.99 on Blu-ray at Best Buy. So that's about as high as I'll go for a new movie. But I must tell you, check it out. There's a lot of unknown actors, and that's what I kind of like. It kind of introduces new actors and for the future of all Hollywood. But it's an Anchor Bay and Dimension Films production. So I love all Dimension Films thanks to like Scream, and I know she did last summer. And so check it out. I thought it was great. I mean, the last 15 years of movies since 2000, I thought this was incredible. So I hope you like it. Hope I didn't steer you wrong. Okay, so the fourth and last Blu-ray I'm going to talk about, because the next one I'm going to talk about is a DVD, is Unbroken. This, again, was with Dumb and Dumber 2 in the summer special sale at Best Buy. And I think this was like either $9.99 or $12.99. But it's about, Louis Zamperini, the guy, and he just passed away about a year ago. But it's about the guy who's basically a prisoner of war, POW, and he's also a track star, and, he gold medalist track star, and he goes and fights for our country in World War II, and, he's a POW to the Japanese, and he gets just the shit kicked out of him. He's tortured for days, and it talks about his intestinal fortitude of how he survived and made it through, and, was able to get away from the war. And, just a beautiful movie. I will say it's one of the more realistic movies. Like I think of like Lone Survivor and American Sniper for how realistic it has been. From what some veterans have told me, it was very well done and made. So I will say this: if you're thinking, a feel good movie about a guy who makes it, no, it's very graphic and very violent and just scenes of torture, scenes of just nothing but just extreme violence. I will say that I really liked it, but I could have went without the extreme of all the violence. I just got a little tired of that after a while. But it was very good. Check it out. Great movie. The next one I just bought at Best Buy was the first season of the TV show Saturday Night Live from 1975 to 1976. Now, if anyone remembers when this came out originally, I remember it was sold at like The Wall or FYE or Circuit City or early onset at Best Buy. This was like $60. It was like $59.99 or it was like $64.99. I remember when I was a kid, I loved Saturday Night Live. I grew up in the Chris Farley era and Rob Schneider and the David Spade. And that was my time when I grew up. That's who I first remember. I don't know anyone before that. But I have always loved watching all the old episodes when it was on Comedy Central of like the 80s, like Ben Stiller, like those times. And they were not that great, but I still watched it. And my dad was in his early 20s during this time, and he would always watch this with my mom. and they would always look forward to watching the SNLs. And I just love that I finally got the very first season. Now, I got this for $11.99. That's a pretty good deal, because years ago when this came out, like I think 8 years ago this came out to buy, it was like $65. And at Best Buy it was on sale, because originally it was $32.99. So I'm saving about 21 bucks. But $11.99, that is a great deal. This is a outstanding deal for this. It's the whole season. I mean, that's awesome. And this was the very first one. And if anyone ever wants to have some trivia or bar bets to tell your buddies, the very first guest ever was George Carlin, the late George Carlin, the famous comedian and actor. But I had to get this. I was so excited. I mean, $11.99 is a great price. So I was super excited to see this for that price. But that's what I got at Best Buy. I was going to have the next and last movie to show you, which is unfortunately a DVD because it has not come out on Blu-ray. When I was younger, I used to love Danny DeVito. And I love Danny DeVito because of Taxi. And I love Taxi because my mom showed me the episodes on like Nick at Night when I was a little boy. So I used to love anything Danny DeVito. And I was terrified of him in Batman Returns as the Penguin. But I've always liked him in movies. So the movie has not come yet, unfortunately. It should be here either later today or tomorrow or possibly Monday. But I'm just going to show you a quick image of it. You know, it's Renaissance Man. I got this movie about 3-4 days ago off Amazon, and it has yet to come. And I know it seems bush-legged that I'm showing you this way, but it is what it is. Oh well. But if you really need to see it, I'll show it next time. But anyway, so I got this movie, and I've always loved Renaissance Man. I thought this is an excellent movie. Young Mark Wahlberg, you know, young Stacey Dash, you know, all these young people, all these young actors. And, you know, James Remar, who I got to meet at Chiller Theater last year, nicest guy. He was one of the Army guys with Danny DeVito. And Danny DeVito is basically just teaching these, you know, I would say these tough kids, these kids that have a lot of learning disabilities and are kind of rough around the edges in the Army. And he teaches them stuff. He teaches them kind of English and all that kind of stuff. And he kind of has like a rough situation too. Like he can't get a job, and he's losing his job if he gets one. And his daughter kind of despises him, and his ex-wife hates him. And it's just a really coming to tale of just going through some tough times and coming out, you know, the better. A great movie. It was very underrated in my opinion. Never really got any love. But if you just want to enjoy a really good feel-good movie, like this is the movie where when it's over, you're like, yes, yeah. And you just get up and walk away. You're like, yes, I feel so good. That's what this did. I love this movie. And it's Danny DeVito at his probably most kindest and sweetest. He was great in this movie because he always played that Louis De Palma, you know, tough guy in Taxi and just psycho and Batman Returns as Penguin. But he was just so lovable in this movie. But definitely check this out. But anyway, that is all I'm going to talk about today for my recent update. But you guys have a great weekend and take it easy and okay, bye.